Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Thursday train time. Hope you're all keeping well. Here we are back in the train room. A little bit more greenery on it this week. Video on this is out. Channel members have got it already. It should be out to everyone else tomorrow. Decided to put it out on Friday this week, about 6 o'clock. Usual stuff running tonight. We've got the Class 57, a couple of Virgin Mark 3s. We've got a Class 37, red stripe, grey livery, carrying pulling full Pullman coaches with the table lamps. Something different on the 009. We'll talk about that later. But we had club night in here again Tuesday night. So one of the club members has got some, it's not 009, it's HOE. So he brought them here and left them here for the Thursday night. So we're going to have a look at those later. Let's get on with the chat. And I'll put it down to 4 screens. So don't forget to hit the thumbs up for me, please, guys. So who we got? We got Ross in. Good evening, Ross. I think our GGA trains are in there first. Tom Houston Model Railway. Good evening, Tom. Hot Dog Pilot Andy. Good evening. Who else we got in? Flymo Chairman 1. Good evening. John and Holly, I think, I've seen in as well. Yeah, Summer Breeze Model Railway. Digger Evans is in as well. Good evening, Digger. How are you doing? Chris, Valley 56. Good evening. Scott Woods in as well. Good evening. Who else? I'm just scrolling through the chat here, just waiting for it to its usual thing where it resets. Oh, Simon Model Railway. Simon Trains Model Railway is in. Good evening, Simon. How are you doing? And hi to anybody there who's lurking in the background or watching this on replay. Well, welcome to the stream. So if you are new here, do subscribe. And if you've got any questions, put them in the comments. I'll try and get round to them. Joshua WFix Gaming's in as well. Good evening, Joshua. Actually, I hope everybody can hear me and I'm not just talking to myself as has happened before. Anthony, the model train outsider is in. Good evening. Oh, there we are, Flymos. Good evening, Mark. Donegal Dad, how do sir? Fight by sound and vision here. I'm very good. It's turned into a blustery evening here in Donegal. It was all right this morning, then in the afternoon it got very cold, very windy. So if I disappear offline tonight, it's because my power's gone out. Should be okay. It's not that windy that I think it's going to bring down power lines, but it is quite blustery. Other parts of the country got a lot worse. There's a lot of flooding around the southeast, I think, of the country. Valerie Green's in. Good evening, Valerie. How are you doing? Mark Dempsey, 5850. Good evening. Oh, Clive's in as well. Newland Railway. Good evening, Clive. Andrew 156 is in. Good evening, Andrew. And his mum says hi too. Hi, Andrew's mum. Nigel Turner, good evening. Looking good. Yes, we're getting there. Some greenery on here, some static grass. More to be done on this static grass here. Obviously, you've got to add your tufts and flowers and trees and hedges and fences and stuff have to go on here yet. But I just wanted to do this little bit. I'm not going to do any more of the greenery now until I build the rest of the structure for the scenery. You may have noticed that I have done some work on this. I've put an elevation on it and relayed the track exactly how I wanted it and rewired it and everything. So that is actually next week's video, which is already uploaded, ready to go. So I'm actually ahead of myself for once. So I'm hoping to, over the weekend, is start building the tunnel for here, blend it in with the scenery there, get all that done. It's going to take a couple of weeks to do it because there's a lot of building it, plastering, letting it dry, a little bit more plaster, letting it dry, painting it, letting it dry. So it will take, oh, it lost its coach. I'll put that back on in a minute. Here we can hear you with the hoe gauge. Yes. Sandy's just got bad news today. My ex-train club is going to be to present their layout at my local train shows for the first time. Yuck. Bang out your junction, Carl. Good evening. How are you doing? So France or Ireland? Yes, that's on tonight. We've got that going in the other room. I must say Ireland is very unlucky when we go to Paris. I think the last time we won there was 2018. Yeah, it's a tough thing to go to Stade de France and beat France at home. Brian Maddington, good evening Brian. He'll be there watching the rugby. He's a big Saracens fan. Sorry, Scarlets, not Saracens. Oh. He'll have me for that. SJ Chamberlain, Simon, good evening. How are you doing? Hope you don't plaster the laptop into the scenery. Funny, the laptop was there along with my mics when I was doing some plastering. And it's one of those things you're working away, you don't notice I plastered it. And the way the mic was, it got a load of plaster into the charging port. I was like, oh, I managed to clean it out and it's still charging and working, so I'm okay. Let's see, Andrew, my mum said thank you for all the support and she's looking forward to seeing you guys soon. Is she coming to Crewe, Andrew? Ross says, I'm buying a Darport O-Gauge Ginty. Ooh, very nice. Maura's in the house. Good evening, Maura. I'm glad you're in, because, you know, I'm starting to get really warm in here. It's quite the heating on, so I thought better take my top off. You know, just so you can see there, Maura, you know. There's a little football match on Sunday. Just saying. Nida says, just come into the garage to watch you. It's getting too cold out there for modelling. Yeah, it's got strangely cold today. It wasn't too bad in the morning, and then the wind came up and it just. Oh. Here I am, that was a close call. Oh dear. Oh yeah. I knew I was going to do that. I'll put the red jacket back on in a minute. Marcus, July, that counts. That was last year, Maura. We're in 2026 now. It's a new year. Oh, don't forget our unofficial sponsor. Thanks for putting the link in there, Flymo. The train set shop. Yeah, I knew I was going to do that with the mic. I even said before, when you take your jacket off, take the mic off, but no. Ivo's in the house. Good evening, Ivo. Anyway, I'm going to put the red jacket on. I don't feel right if I don't have the red jacket on. Isn't that tank think a Fowler model? Are you on about the bottom right, this here? Yes, it is. Rebranded over here for Gauge Master, but it is a Fowler model. Where is the box? You see it is branded up as Gauge Master. But when you take the box, take it out of the box, see? Sure, Kerry only had half a team playing. Looks like a bit of a sore loser there, Maura. Dara's Locomotive shouts in, good evening Dara, how are you doing? And a Summer Breeze Model Railway, John Holly said, don't forget to hit the thumbs up, support Mark by sharing the live if you can. Very much appreciated, guys. Vintage Essentials in, Brian's in the house, good evening Brian. Big shout out to Chris Model Shop in Plymouth, picked up a lovely GWR County of Bedford 440 today, very nice. Double O Bill just discovered the difference between Euro and UK loading gauge. I thought that was something everybody would know, because that was the big thing about the Euro trains, is would they, certain locos and that could go through the tunnel onto the continent would have to be built to be accepted into the European and UK loading gauge. Anyway, the little 009 set, or sorry, HOE set that's going around is that make there. And you can see it's currently that set there that's going around. And we also have the top set there. I believe they're French. Ferda did tell me all about it when he was here, but I've forgotten because I've a head like a sieve. Oh, LNERW1's in the house. Good evening. Is everyone hydrated and had their dinner? We'll hold off the chat to 8:30. No, we can't have the food chat to after 8:30. But I'm on the old council pop, and I have the can of Sprite Zero. Funny enough, the can that I didn't drink last week, it went into the fridge. I've got one can of Dr. Pepper left before I go to the shops, and I'm leaving that for tomorrow morning because at about 10 o'clock I need my Dr. Pepper to get me through the rest of the day. And it says older model Hornby R392 with smoke. Oh. Flammer says, I think I mentioned Togo's variable access device, but I haven't heard little since. More like you were too busy planning to troll more. It's already past 8:30. Yes, for you, Simon, it is. Half 8 chippy chat. Suppose I may on Dr. Pepper if you come into our exhibit. I usually arrive at exhibits with like about 3 bottles of Dr. Pepper in my bag, keep me going. Because it's thirsty work going around exhibits and filming and chatting to everyone. Timber Surf's in the house. Good evening, Timber. How are you doing? With SJ's time difference, does that mean we can do food talk earlier by meeting in the middle? Oh, Chris has finished off his dry January and is on the Guinness. Mark Lobody, what type of 125 do you have? I have the Hornby. Like I have a couple of different, like I have some of the original blue and yellow Hornbys from like the 80s. I have one of those. I have the swallow livery one, which I think is from the 90s. And then I have sort of the latest Hornby one with the HM7000 sound in it, which I'm looking at my cabinet and going, where is it? Where is it? I'm going to have to search for that tomorrow now because I can't see it. That's a bit concerning. You know, when you think of your loco and you go, where is that? And you go, oh, it's not where I thought it was. My Carvo Studios is in. Good evening. How are you doing, Michael? "19th century cobblers never knew the struggle." Oh, so Simon and Ivo are going to have their own food talk because they're already past 8:30. And we're going to have a shortbread party at Model Rail Crew, are we? And Timbers Backman Class 25 turned up today. Nice. Oh. Yes. Yeah, Brian just sent me a screenshot. I presume he sent me because of the message, Brian. Oh dear. Our says the Irish Railway Models Hunslet are supposed to be here next month. Yeah, I think it is. It's March, isn't it? They're coming. Michael McCarver Studios, great in Colorado. First spring is here. Second winter and second spring are coming. Jerry BVR, good evening. Going to try and listen in the background while doing other stuff. Charlie, Partick Hill Station. Good evening, Charlie. How are you doing? How's things over in Canada? Are you suffering in the cold over there? Well, Simon's got a bit of snow. He's just sent a photo through. I'll show you what he sent. So now, if we had that much snow here, everything would come to an absolute grinding halt. Yeah, but there's a maroon NR Hunslet on eBay for 99 quid. Ooh. But when I ordered mine, it was 225. I'm still expected to pay that. Yeah, I think they will honour the prices. Whatever you ordered at, they will. Some snowflake stops public transport, yeah. And I was says they had a bit of snow 2 weeks ago, but now they got nothing but black ice. Yeah. They don't suffer cold in Canada. They sit around being cheery and having better health care than America. Ooh, controversial. Let's not get into politics. Let's not stray into there. Simon is enjoying 7 inches right now. Fair play to you, Simon. Simon and Brian says, Simon, I dare you to make a snowman after the stream. Eating poutine. No plans to do a dual gauge section. No, the gauges won't be running alongside. Basically, the whole idea is from here. This is the station area, and there'll be some steps up here to get to the station area of the 009. So that's about as close as they're going to get incorporated. You said that out of context, enjoying 7 inches. Maybe I did. Charlie says, Mark was in Florida and Nashville, where we had an ice storm and thousands of trees came down. Lots of snow here in Toronto, but heading to the Canadian islands. Ewan, the Growler Backwood Engage. Good evening, Ewan. How are you doing? Right, I think the rugby starts at 8:10. So if anybody's watching it in the background, just let me know the scores. Right, let's stop that and put the rear carriage back on. Almost looks like a caboose type thing. Chris says, as a Welshman, I'm not really looking forward to the Six Nations much. Come on, Wales must be on the way up by now, because they've had a bad couple of years, but they must be improving. Our rabbit got scared by something outdoors on Tuesday, got her head stuck in the metal bars of her indoor playpen. Fortunately, Holly managed to get her head out. We feared the worst at the time. Yeah, rabbits are very, very sensitive. It doesn't take much for them to have a heart attack and drop dead on you, because my missus had rabbits when she was growing up, and my daughter has rabbits, and it's come off again. They're very sensitive creatures. Lovely creatures to have, like the rabbits my daughter has are house trained, so they hop around the house and go into their litter tray. Midsummer Railway Unscale, good evening, welcome to the stream. Hi Mark, hi everyone in the chat. Half asleep, it's 6:52 a.m. here. Ooh, you must be on the other side of the world then. I'm sure you did tell me where you were from, but I have a head like a sieve. Timber says, I love the snow in Europe when I ski. I think there's a couple of bit of rough points on this track. I relayed all this track Tuesday, and I think there's a couple of little rough points in it that I just need to adjust and tighten up, because I think it just hops a little bit on the rails and that causes them to uncouple. Anyway, Mark, your HST Is it the ex-Lima one, or is it a cast? It's not a cast chassis. It's a plastic chassis, so it must be the ex-Lima. Ironville, good evening. A lovely, cozy 24-degree home. Hope you're all well. See, Ironville's loving it. He spent about 3 weeks without a boiler, no central heating, and he's just loving having his new boiler in and having the place nice and warm. If the control tower at Heathrow smells the smallest amount of snow, they will divert all the planes. Well, usually the airports are pretty good. They have some snow clearing equipment. It just takes them a while to do it because they're not that practiced in doing it. So they have to get people who would be normally doing other things out there and clearing the runway. Timber said, I like rabbit, especially stewed. Nine Timber. Not to be biased, Scotland to win everything. All right, Andrew. I think we've got this. Have we got the Six Nations here between us? Oh, hang on, my chat just jumped out. I'm trying to go back to where I was. I think I've seen Anthony's on the way out. Take care, Anthony. Thanks for popping in. Ross says, can you run a Class 20 if you have one? I do have one. I think it's a railroad one. GBRF, I think it is. I will look it out in a sec because I think I might actually know where it is. Everyone's saying hello to everybody. Mr. Maroon, I'm in Melbourne, Australia. I mean, I suppose it's coming into your autumn time now, isn't it? Still a lot better weather than it is here. And Brian Finnerton Central, me and Mr. X are counting down the days to Doncaster. And Valerie's asking, apart from Tom, is there anyone else here from the north of Ireland? Yeah. There's a link for the Donegal Railway Heritage Centre. Thank you, Adam. Hi, Adam. All is going well. Sitting in my t-shirt and shorts. That's a bit too much there, information there, Arnville. Thanks. Cast chassis, not easy to say. Yes, you could slip up and say something wrong. All right. Diggers was in the beautiful Republic, Valerie. So there's Anthony saying he's on his way. He's get Cayenne and stop off at the grocery store first. Simon says, toward the end of the month, got a contractor coming to replace the radiators and boiler as I'm in a council house. Well, it should improve your heating though, Simon. Mark, what is it like? How many coaches can it pull, and is it better than the older models? You got to remember, it's the older one, so it doesn't have all-wheel pickup, so you've got to make sure the wheels are clean. It doesn't have a lot of weight to it, and it's got traction tires, and it's got that 3-pole motor in it. Oh, what do they call it? Like the pancake motor. It's not that powerful. It will pull probably 4 or 5 coaches, and the dummy car fine. If you wanted a full rake, I don't think it would quite do it, especially if you've got any type of inclines. Holly managed to prise the bars open enough to get Millie's head back through Adam. I was going to cut through the bars with my metal clippers if it hadn't worked. Run, rabbit, run. Oh dear, Brian. Oh, so Anthony's got a new video out, so maybe we share the link to that, Flymo. It's lashing in Paris, so Ireland should feel at home. Good. When I heard she got the rabbit's head out, I did wonder if that was all she got. This is going down a dodgy road now. H&H Express, hi, good evening, hi, how are you doing? Watch Aaron's layout build, one of the most technical, innovative ones I've ever seen, and he's only got 76 subs. There's the link, everyone head over there and subscribe. Mark, that scenery with the bridge ballasting earth and grass is looking really good. Yeah, I only done that today, and the video for it is out today to the channel members and out to everyone else tomorrow. Yeah, I'm not going to do any more scenic work now till I get all the scenery done, if you know what I mean, all the mountains and tunnels and things like that, because then I can go around and do the whole lot in one go. No excuse for Ireland not to win, as it would be like a home match with that weather. Yep. Smart. There's a kink in the track coming off the point in the top left screen. I'll not tell anyone on the chat about it. Just our little secret. Top left. I think somebody said that before, and it doesn't have. It looks on the camera like there's a kink in it, but there isn't actually. It's actually quite a smooth. I presume you're talking about this one here, because when you look on the camera, it does look like it's kinked, but it's actually not. And tonight's unofficial sponsor, there's the link to the train set shop. I had the plumber out today as usual. The fittings in my house are non-standard. That's when you get an older house and you find some of the fittings are imperial and then some of the fittings are metric and Ivo says, need to get myself either a Fleischmann 1200 or a replacement Lima motor bogie. The CD motor I'll put in at 8 its brushes. Oh, did it? Right, so it's not worth the £200 plus they're selling it. 200 quid for a Lima? That sounds like a lot. After 8, can we talk about food? Rabbits are food. No, that's somebody's pet, Timber. I had my first live stream last Tuesday since a long, long time. So you going back to regularly doing it on Tuesdays, Hi? Somebody stick Hi's channel in there so they can link to it. Wabbit. Flamer says, local council Charlie, the house has had upgrading done and adapting since I moved in, and the next squad of contractors always make a worse job than the previous lot. Yep, that's on Mark, yep. I did a complete impulse buy this morning, a Bachmann Windhoff MPV. Never knew I wanted one. I have one of them. It's sitting up at the bottom of the shelf. I haven't actually run it for a while. Oh yes, let's, I think the Class 20 is around here. Let me just see. If it's not in this box, then I'm not sure where it is. No, it's not in that box, so it's not where I thought it was. That means I've got another box somewhere with locos in it. I swear someday I will label up these boxes. Oh, it's green. Forgot I had that yellow cream. Ha. Stupid. Right. Oh. One Class 20. Now, what number did I allocate it? Right, I haven't got it on my list, so I think what I will do is I will give it a new number. So if you guys just hold your questions in the chat while I'm fiddling around with this. Program track, address 2090, enter. Loco 2090, enter. I'll just put it on here to make sure it works. Yes, it does. Right, I will take the 57 off. And replace it with the Class 20. And we'll see how that goes around. There we go, one Class 20 going around. Right, now, how far behind the chat am I now? Guessing the truck The camera making that track kinky. Might be kids watching, leave off the kink chat for now. There's the Facebook page for the Donegal Railway Centre. Is it a link? Is it foreshortened? Can we have less of the rabbit food talk now? It's upsetting. Yes. That's enough of that now, guys, please. Sorry, Holly, for being upset. Is there somebody being insensitive, Timber, in the chat? That's a lot for a Lima Loco, yeah. Is that from the footplate? Yes, the ex Lima Hornby HST is fetching 200 plus. That sounds like a lot. There's a link to High's channel. Go over and check it out. For now, it'll be once. So High's going to do his live once a month. So go over to his channel. Simon's just put the link in. Depends on some of the Lima No ones can be pretty expensive. I saw that one, Chris. I went for a closer look and it was gone already. Might have known. Don't buy from Footplate. Buy from us for cheaper. There you go. The train set shop. Speaking of AI, did you see Scott Rail put up some AI slap on social media? A pic of a battery train, a lightning bolt that looked strikingly like the logo of some. Yes, I did see that. And I don't think somebody checked it out, to be honest. John Holly, what has everyone been up to with their layouts recently? Well, I give you Exhibit A, Exhibit B, and the start of Exhibit C. No diesel stickers, they're hard to find. There's the link for the train set shop. Do check it out. Watch that now. He finds that missing HST. And funny enough, I didn't come across it. But I think it's in a box with. I put it in a box. Oh, I know where it is. It's in my storage boxes under here. So I've got the HST in with all its coaches in one of my storage boxes. That's where it is. That's where I hope it is. Ian Growler, my RT's Class 66 in the striking DB Blue has arrived on Blackwood. Limited run of these models from TMC and Rainbow Railways. Interestingly, they are cheaper when bought from Rainbow Railways. Oh. Sounds like you're beaten to death with a pair of cymbals. What's going on in that press? Sorry if it was a bit noisy. J94, Kieran's in the house. Good evening, Kieran. How are you doing? Top tip, mark the DCC number on the top with a UV pen and just shine UV light on it to see what it is. That's a very good idea, Timber. Now I just have to get a UV pen and a UV light. See, what I do have is I have a list, and I always go for, especially when it's got a tops number, it's the first 4 digits. Ironville, thanks Digger, been sub to you. Your new large outside wooden house is fantastic. Yeah, Digger is coming on lovely with that. Now if only Clive would hurry up and finish his shed so we can see his model railway build, but he's taking his time putting that shed together. There's all sorts of excuses coming out. Oh, it's too windy, it's too wet. I was going to buy one of the ex-Lima Tool Hornby HSTs, but Mark has put me off. Yeah, to be honest, yeah, for 200 quid, no. As Ivor says, Timber says the best numbering scheme is to use the locomotive number. You never have to think about it anymore. Grant Salisbury's in the house. Good evening, Grant. How are you doing? It does not work if you have a large collection of different logos. Can have the same number. Yes, I do have that with a couple of 37s. So what I do in that case is I use the first 2 digits and the last 2 digits. So you know if you put the number in and it doesn't work, you know it's the other one. There's a link for Anthony's video. More King, come on Ireland. Ooh. Yes, they must have started. Varys Chris, I got my HT from Brian and it's fine. LERW1, I've been sat waiting for a decorator to come so I can finally start setting up the new railway room. John and Holly's asking, Brian, do you have any more teak coaches? If you do, I know somebody else who's looking for some of them as well. Go to Chopper, I mean, class 20. Yeah, that's the Railroad version. Yeah, it's not even the Railroad Plus. Oh no, it is the Railroad Plus. It's the enhanced livery. It's R3913. Anybody wants to look it up? Ironville's now sub to high, but he'll be 10-pit bowling on Tuesday night. Pullman coaches, Bryant's. Right, how many coaches do you want, John? Am I the middleman in here? Where's my commission? There's a link for Model Rail Crew. That's on 31st of May. Looking forward to it. Oh, Sprite Zero. Taste that artificial sugar. Kieran's better keep mine in the box. Scott Wood, still a bit more work to do to the town on my layout, but thankfully no more pavers. It could be that I will do surprise streams for testing. Check all runs as expected. Now I've moved the computer over into the corner over there. I'm going to start messing around with OBS. I'm waiting on some leads to come so I can connect up all my cameras to that computer over there. It should be able to run everything fine, and when I bought it I made sure it was plenty of USB ports on it on different buses and everything, so it should be fine. But we'll find out. So John is after 2 or 3 if you've got them, Brian. Can you put on sound if you have it? No, none of the locos that are running at the moment have sound. And I find with the sound on here, with the mics and everything that, it gets too echoey and far too loud. Let's check the battery's all good on the mic. Kieran says, I'm okay, thank you, Mark. Hope you and everybody as well. Well, I'm doing good. And Charlie, Particle Station, I have so many small projects to complete, frustrating time. Yeah, it's like, obviously I'm building a layout and you're thinking, what do I, like, I've got the tunnel to build over here. I've got the scenery to do on here. I've got the scenery to do here. I've got to put some more track down over there. I've got to do the TMD. I've got to do the steam shed. I've got to do the station. And you're like, what do I do next? Of course, the worst thing is because you're thinking, because you're also filming it, put it on YouTube, you're thinking, what can I do to film? Like I've done this section here just purely to film. I'd much rather do all the scenery and do it, but that will take ages. So you want to do a little bit. So like I've got the video on this out for next week already. So that gives me the rest of this week and next week to do the rest of the scenery and try and get that done. So then I can go back and do the detailing. It's all go. Brian says, I only have Trang Pullmans right now at 5 each, but how many do you want, John? I know it's not 8:30, but beef burrito and pecan maple cake, beat that. No, John, the parts needed weren't in his van. He's coming back to refit the system and pipework, the new pressure control section. Oh. Fresno Jason, good evening, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Just got a reminder that Donegal Dad is live. Woohoo! Yeah, I get that. Sometimes it reminds me that I'm live, and I'm like, oh, thanks for that, YouTube. William Colonna 3988, hello from New York. How's everything in the Big Apple? Hope you're keeping well. Welcome to the stream. Right, Brian and John here are selling stuff over the stream. I don't know if we should allow this. John, brake teaks or just standard corridor ones? Mark Stonover Motor Railway, good evening, Captain Static, how are you doing? I've done some static grass today. The video will be out tomorrow, live for channel members today. I have some of the newer Hornby teak coaches and Pullman coaches available, John and Holly, if you're interested at all. There you go. If John and Holly don't want them, Mark, and you're selling them, let me know, because I know someone else who's looking for some. Good old YouTube notifications, yeah. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up for me, guys. William says, I love train live streams. Very, very welcome here. Anybody who's watching and it's their first time here or lurking in the background, this is my 00 gauge layout that I'm building. It's 12 foot by 6. In the middle we have a 009 gauge, so this is reflecting a narrow gauge railway. It's going to have, obviously you can see here, a viaduct, water feature. There's going to be a tunnel here. Over that side we'll have a station, we'll have a TMD that end, a steam shed that end. There'll be a little scene here, and then hillside up here, a little pond lake with a river coming down all the way down to here. It's DCC. I run Irish and UK trains on there. At the moment we're running some little HOE trains. I believe they're French and German on here. They were lent to me by one of the Donegal Motor Railway Club members. But this will be running the Donegal CDR rail cars on it. Ross is looking for some teaks as well. Everyone's looking for teaks. Jason's got to make little one's lunch. He'll be right back. These European trains are fascinating. And I also see a link to William's channel there. Thanks, Flymo. Is that an Edgar Band train running on the narrow gauge? Well spotted, Raymond. And hi, Raymond. Welcome to the stream. The current one that is running is that one there, the green one. And then I also have the one at the top there. Well, I'd say I don't have it. It's one of the club members. So he brought it here because he doesn't have a 009 track at the moment. So he had them here, club night, to get them running and working. And he said I could hold on to them for the live stream tonight. So thank you very much. Has anyone seen the Bachmann Spring announcements? I did watch the video and I sort of lost interest through the video because there wasn't really anything. Started off with all the N-gauge stuff first, and then it was buses and some of their new buildings and stuff like that. And then I think it was a couple of steam trains. There was nothing really there that went, oh wow. But Bachmann do it differently to Hornby. Bachmann have 4 announcements over the year, so that was their first announcement, and they'll have another 3 through the year. Excuse me. I got my phone. Oh. Brian's sending me photos. The YouTube sensor's been hot tonight. It was picking up all sorts of things. Ewan says some interesting N-gauge announcements. Yeah. My chat has jumped right to the bottom again. France 7. Oh, I didn't want to see that. Anybody wants teaks, email me at the train set shop at gmail.com. Oh, I think Pete, Hermitage Road, came in there. How you doing, Pete? Sorry, I'm just trying to scroll back through the chat because it jumped back down to the bottom again on me. So if you've come in and I missed you, sorry, hello, you're very welcome. Oh, we got Rowan Parsons, 6346. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're keeping well. Thanks for joining us. Sorry, Mark, for the pics. Yeah, it's a bit... Yeah. I was hoping for it to be 7 to Ireland, Valerie. Yeah, I would be hoping for the same thing. All the big names in Europe released the 2026 catalogues ahead of the Nuremberg Trade Fair. I saw the Bachmann race, yes, a lot of rolling stock and coaches, but very few items 00 gauge. Yeah, but I say they do it sort of in 4 batches, so I'm sure in the next trance there'll be more 00 gauge. But as Ewan said, there's some lovely N stuff there, N gauge stuff. Sun over. Oh, Humanity Junction, good evening. Hello, how are you doing? How are you doing, Heath? Another New Yorker. Senator Mullerow, I think that there's a set of the current Hornby teak coaches, not the older ones, in our teak livery, 1 NBR blood and custard livery and 1 NBR moon livery. A lot of re-releases for 00 gauge at the moment, yeah. Digger's asking, is it cold in the Big Apple today, Heath? Digger, because I am here, it is nice and bright and cool. And Brian said I had to call a customer in New York today. Huh. And there's a link to Humana City Junction's YouTube channel. Do check it out. And Herman Schroe Pete, just pulled my back, putting the loft ladder back up. Need to take some painkillers. I sprained my back lifting a chair the other day. Just whatever way I twisted, I just felt my back go twing. And when that happens, it's like, right, stop what you're doing, sit down for half an hour or so, and then I'm usually okay. Or sometimes it's actually, it was sore for when I was in bed. Every time I rolled over in bed, it was like, oh. Yes, I am a model railroader, and model railroads are so cool. 8:30 UK time means food chat starts. All right, okay, it's after 8:30. People could talk about the food. Anybody who's joined is wondering, what? For some reason, I don't even know how this started. From 8:30 on my live streams on Thursday, people start talking about food and what they've had to eat for the day. I'm not sure how it started, but it's just a thing. Mark says there should be some of the newer style Hornby Pullman coaches with working table lamps available soon. Oh. Puff Candy's in. Good evening. How are you doing? William says, I will say I don't miss working outdoors. Yeah, I can imagine. Whatever goes wrong, it's Heath's fault. Yeah, that's true. Everyone blames Heath. Raymond says, I get winded bending over too long. Chris Fowler says, I did my back today carrying 7 Asda delivery crates up to my flat. That's a big shop. He says it's only 3:31. It is for you. We're in the future here, Heath. Yeah, you're doing chicken, chips, chicken, crisps, Weetabix, curry gravy, Dr. Pepper, etc., etc. But for tea, I made fajitas for tea. I roasted a chicken, took the meat from that, mixed it with some spices, some onion, garlic, red pepper, and then served it up with sweet corn, grated carrot, cheese. What else did I put on it? Carrot, cheese, sweet corn, coleslaw, and sauce of your choice. There's a link to Charlie's channel, Particle Station. Ian the Grider says, I do like what you've done scenic-wise at the viaduct. I'll take the roving camera, so the bottom right, so it's going to move now, so anybody who gets motion sickness. And you can see what I've done so far. So I've done the static grass all around here. Obviously what's going to be done there now is adding flowers, grass tufts, trees, bushes, hedges, fencing, that sort of thing. And of course some animals. And I've done the same thing over here. I'm not going to do any more on this until I add the water, because I'm not sure if I'm going to maybe make this into a rock face. Yeah, so until I start adding the water and doing that bit of it, and then I can just bring the static grass up, because obviously when you're putting water in here, you don't want PVA glue anywhere near it, because it can react with the resin you use for water. So, all right, I'm going to put you back over here so you can see our unofficial sponsors mug. Oh, hang on, we're at an angle. Oh, there we go. Of course, it's just... Simon says, I forgot how it started. Sure, it was someone in the chat who started it talking about food. So John is after the Pullmans with the working lamps. That's to Captain Static. Well, Maura had chicken vol au vents and homemade wedges. Ooh. Is 00 the same as HO? Yes, it's the same gauge track, as it's 16.5 mil, whereas HO is 1 to 87, 00 is 1 to 76, so it's a different scale. Pete had sweet and sour stir fry, very nice. I just realised, when did the static grass go in, Mark? Can we have a closer look? Well, I hope you had a closer look when I just took the camera around. I say that video went out to the channel members today and is available to everyone else, I think at 6 tomorrow. Simon, I think it was me, as I know Holly isn't guilty. Crowder, you spam, 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 beautiful spam. And Lethan RW, I had spag bog. I hope this evening is better than this afternoon. Do I have a good evening to look forward to? Scott had chicken jalfrezi and pilo rice. And it's grey and wet in the future. Brian's obviously not a fan of spam. And as Timber says, no, William, HO is 1 to 87, 00 is 1 to 76, but both had the same gauge track, yeah. If Grace from RGJ Trains is still watching, she'd be interested to know I used the last of this season's apples in pie today. Oh. John Holly never had spam. Really? Wet and thrice wet, Heath. Raymond says, I like fried spam and cheese sandwiches, especially the bacon spam. And Flymo was on the Weetabix tonight. Had a bit of steak last night. Oh. Sounds good, Jerry. Do you ever do an apple crumble with them? William says, forgive my ignorance, I run O-Gauge. No. That's what I like doing about my live streams, is trying to, well, inform people, educate people. And I say, there's no such thing as a stupid question. The only stupid question is the one you didn't ask and ended up costing you like 500 quid. So ask away. Got any questions, ask away. As long as it's to do with model railways. You planning to flock the sheep for the layout? Yes, and I've got some cows somewhere as well. I'm going to try and flock some cows. The pecan and maple cake really was as good as it sounds. Oh. Brian says, Captain, perhaps that's what happened to your stream. I lost that somewhere. Jerry BVR, Summer Breeze, no, just plain old-fashioned apple pie. I'm a lousy cook. You're fine, William. If you don't ask, I believe we have a fellow O-Gauge modeler in tonight. There should be a couple of O-Gauge modelers in, I would have thought. There's John and Holly's channel. Go and check them out. Summer Breeze Model Roy, was it you who started the food chat? With the best china and the pinky boys properly, Maura. Heading to Madeira tonight, but we'll look for trains in Lisbon, which has a beautiful main station. So it's John and Holly's fault. It was, I think, Simon. That brings a bit of fun to the live stream. We'll watch after the stream. Lisburger. Just to confuse you all, double O is not half size of O, HO half O is, but double O track is the wrong dimensions for the scale. Yes, the track should be, I think, 18.5 mil to be correct for the scale, but it's 16.5 mil, the same as HO, I think. And they do have a scale where they use double O and have the proper track. Is that P4? Like, when you look into model railways, there are so many different scales and gauges and everything in use. There's a Facebook link for the Donegal Model Railway Club. Please do go and give it a follow. Kieran says, I've never had spam unless you mean spam emails. And Ross is having grilled baguettes. Nice. Especially prepared assorted meats, spam. And Andrew says, don't like fish. Mark, Stanover Model Railway, Captain Static. We had a breaded chicken, carrots and potatoes for dinner. And Raymond's asking Ross, only the bread? Cost you 500 quid a night on the sofa, yeah. Never mind the questions, just throw the 500 quid at me, yeah. Oh, Charlie's going to be visiting the Air Canada Lounge tonight. Oh, very nice. Yes, when I'd done a lot of travelling, it was great to go into the lounges because you could sit there in peace. Quite a lot of them had a good view of the apron as well, so you could see out. And also they have the free snacks and drinks and food and everything there. Flammer says, I love the smoked mackerel, but they're just too oily now. Oh, Scott, please stop. France 15, Ireland 0. Oh. Timber Surfs, don't forget to bash the like button. Yes, hit the like for me. Subscribe if you're new here. If you got any questions, pop them in the chat and I will try and answer them for you. Union, I love scrambled eggs and salmon. That's what we have Christmas Day. Is I do scrambled egg, we get some salmon, we cut up some croissants, toast them, and some chopped chives on top. Sort of a treat on Christmas morning. Simon says, I was just being nosy to find out who started it. Timber says, EM and P4, yes. 18.83 mil if you're going to Riverkine. All right, Chris. EM is fairly accurate, P4 is bang on. In terms of, don't mention narrow gauge. Raymond says, don't like fish either. Hey now, nothing wrong with narrow gauge. The suspicious pink assorted meats. Yeah, that'd be more like it. What's wrong with narrow gauge, Timber? Nothing, it's just terribly complicated to explain. Well, it's not. Narrow gauge is any track gauge. Oh, there's a collision. Oh. How long has that been sitting there spinning? Oh, it's all going horribly wrong. There we go. Yeah, narrow gauge is any rails that are below 4 foot 8.5 is narrow gauge, and anything that's wider than 4 foot 8.5 is broad gauge. But when you're trying to explain it in model form, yes, that could be complicated. Better macro with George Foreman. Yeah, Tim, I have to EM and P4 modelers as so much has to be scratch built. Yeah, I might just take that down a notch, slow it down a wee bit. Raymond says, only like fish when they swim in a bowl, have to keep cat away from them. Well, that timber surf. Well, that is fair. NG scales can get confusing. Yes. Jason chat is limited characters. Yes, that's very true. Trying to expel it. Correct me if I'm wrong, but is it N-gauge track with 00 sleepers at 1 set? Yeah, that's what 009 is. So it's N-gauge track, which let me. I've got some here. So you've got N-gauge track. Okay, so that's a normal piece of N-gauge track, but that is 009 track, so it's N-gauge, but with bigger sleepers on it to look like 00 gauge. And it's the same, it's code 83, I think it is, rail, so they will match up. So what I've done is for the back scene and the fiddle yard bits that's not been seen, is I've used N-gauge because it's cheaper than this, and the points for N-gauge are cheaper than the 009 ones. So I've used those in the fiddle yard in the back scenes. Anything that's visible is using the 009 stuff. That's on the layout that we're building in the club, which is here because it's nice and warm here as opposed to freezing in the museum, and we've been working on it. It took us we were here for 2 hours. It took us 2 hours just to lay one piece of track between chatting and messing with this and stuff. But you know, that's what it's all about. It's the crack, as we say in Ireland, that we had doing it. So it's going to take us a while to build that layout. Ian the Great Snap Mark, also Christmas Day for me as well. Well, yeah, it doesn't help when trying to describe something. Yeah, sort of, Brian, but NG has different spacer sleeping. Yeah. Can the Black 5 go on? No, not tonight. I'm going to leave what I've got running for now so I can catch up with the chat. But remind me next week and I'll put the Black 5 on. There's Raymond Lake's channel. Check it out. Is it 00 spacing? More or less, yeah. I'd be very happy if Pico did a broad gauge track and broad standard gauge track. Would open up lots of possibilities. France, France are running away with it. So France turned up tonight. Thanks, Adam. I think I need to go on the layout next, get some cork underlay to put down. Yeah. Charlie's heading off now. Okay, enjoy your trip to Lisbon. Lisbon's in Northern Ireland. Lisbon is in Portugal. You don't want to go to Lisbon. France 22. Yeah, I think that's it. Howard Bromford 2950. Good evening. Welcome to stream. Hope you're keeping well. Code 80 is what you have, Mark. Yeah, it's code 80. Code 83 is American. And John Holly, Summer Breeze, has sent Mark, Captain Scannet, an email. Yes. As Flymo says, all the best, a safe journey to you, Charlie, at Particle Station. Enjoy the better climate, sir. See you again. Oh, I've caught up with the chat. So now's your chance. If you've got any questions that I haven't answered or I've missed, put them back in the chat, because I've caught up. And I'll take this opportunity to have a swig of Sprite Zero. And anybody who's come in and wondering what's running, we have here, this is a grey red striped class 37, pulling some Pullman coaches with the table lamps. And then on the other line we've got GBRF class 20, pulling a couple of Virgin coaches around Mark 3s. And then on the upper level we have, which I believe is French narrow gauge. As I say, Trader did send me details on it, but they're on my phone that is currently acting as a camera, so I can't access them to see. Oh, actually, I might be able to do it on the computer. Timber Surf Soft, thanks for popping in, Timber. Catch you again. France are on the crack tonight, yeah. What's up? So for over 50 years, railway modelers and narrow gauge engineers around the world have mourned the demise of Edgar Bahn's unique HON 3 gauge industrial trains from Germany. Back in the mid-60s, this tiny narrow gauge system, 1:87 scale, but running on 9mm track, enlivened many a standard gauge HO layout as a fascinating addition to full-size operations. So I think Farida said he bought them in the 70s, I think. So what I'll do is I will copy this into the chat. This is a link. So that's a link there to a website that tells you all about these trains that are running on the 009. Right, okay, so I missed a bit of chat there. Oh, Ewan's off as well. Okay, take care, Ewan. He's got an early rise in the morning. I'm bringing quite stuff to model rail crew, and yes, including shortbread. Valley, sorry Ross, couldn't remember your name. I'm a bit old and decrepit. Well, it's half time, is it? And what, they're 22-0. Well, if France don't come out for the second half, maybe we stand a chance. But I'm sorry, if you're an Irish team, the only match that counts is when we play England. As we say in Ireland, and I know they say it sometimes in Wales and Scotland as well, support two teams, Ireland and whoever's playing England. So sorry to upset all my... That's where I just find a load of people have unsubscribed. Mark, how many internal support buttons do you have on your layout? Well, this is, so we'll just take this section here. So this is 6x2. And I think I put them every, so I've got one on the end, 1, 2, 3. So there's 3 there over the 6 foot. What did I put them at? Was it 18-inch centers, I think? Yeah, 18-inch centers. So it's made up of 4x1, planed 4x1, so it's really 3.5 by 3/4. And it's got the 9mm ply on top. Edgar Bancher, that's no yoke, Russell. Sorry. Quick, someone lock the changing room door. I'm bringing some of the stock not to the website to Model Rail crew, so ask if you want to have a look. I can just imagine Brian there with a big trench coat on going, look at my pockets. Inviting people to come out and have a look at the trains in his car. It doesn't sound dodgy at all. Let's give the French a croissant. Mark hasn't received your email yet, John and Holly, so I don't know if you want to get in touch with him and check the right email address. With the score 20-0, does that mean the rain in France has now stopped? Yeah, Simon Trade's unsubscribed. Chris, Wales are playing England first match. Oh. Mark, do you love Scottish in touch? I love everybody. If you've got a train set, I love you. Ireland play England on the 21st of February 2010. At 10 past 2. Oh, I'm getting tired. Simon's still subscribed. You never know, Mark. I've seen some wildcard resorts. I mind Liverpool getting beaten 3-0 at half-time. Came back with 3 goals in the second half and 1 on penalties. Edge of the seat. Yeah, knowing what the Irish team is like, going to France, Stade de France and Paris and playing the French is very, very difficult. But with that sort of scoreline, I know the heads will be down and the psychology has already lost. Might have a table at 2027 crew. Well, slip the money in your pocket and sit in the kitchen and van. And I would love to receive free drinks. Thanks, Robert. We use 3x1, so I was going to put the supports every 18 inches. The base supports are probably 5 foot by 2. Hey kid, want to see my gronk? Yeah, I usually put my supports about 18 inches because it makes it, even when I was using 2x1, because these, hang on, let's see if I can lift this up without catching my fingers. And this is one of the boards. Oh. So you can see there the 2x1, like obviously these are the legs, but it's every 18 inches. And again, the 9mm ply. And it makes quite a sturdy construction. It won't twist or bow or anything like that. Oh, I'm filthy. There's the shop, train set shop. So I suppose if anybody buys anything on there and they're going to Crewe, you could meet them there. Or is it Doncaster you're going to next? Find a room for them. Oh, hi. I'm in a single bed house, so. There's a link to Scott Wood's channel. Go check it out. Showing your grunk can get you in a lot of trouble with the police. Irish people, we can ship your order through the man in the red fleece to avoid you know who. Well, true, you could also ship stuff to Europe. Not a cult for legal tax. Oh yeah, that's the wrong channel. Oh, Mark, Stanover Model Railway, Captain Static is heading off. Take care, Mark. Thanks for popping in. Sorry, I sound out. What? I got dust all over me from lifting that up. Right, where are we? Oh, we're at 9 o'clock, so we'll keep going for about another half hour. Brian keeps sending me screenshots because obviously he's moderating the chat, and it's just the stuff that the censors have picked up. The YouTubers like hide or show the chat. It's just like, and there's a link to Mark or Captain Static's channel. Do check out all these links and do subscribe. And remember to hit the like button and watch at least one or two of the videos so you don't get unsubscribed. Because it has happened to me from time to time where I've gone, you know what, I haven't seen a video from so-and-so for ages. And you go and check and you go, why have I been unsubscribed? You know, I watch their videos all the time. Chris has just realised I haven't bought a Class 37 for over a month. Poor show. Everyone here has been flagged by YouTube, yeah. Actually, where did I, let me, so I've caught up the chat. Let me put the box away, so I don't end up standing on it or dropping it or losing the bits. Well, that Class 20 is running all right, seeing it must be at least a good year, if not 2 years, since I last ran out. It's been sat in the box since then. John Holly, I've just resent the email if you're still there, Mark. I was eyeing the one on your shop, Brian. Joshua, did I miss much? No. There's McCarville Productions, that's Michael's channel. As always, Flymo's doing a sterling job there, keeping an eye on the chat, putting the links up. Really couldn't do these live streams without him. Oh dear, excuse me. Yeah, so this weekend now, I've done the ballasting. I can't remember, did I have that? Yeah, I think I had that done last week, didn't I? Or did I do it over the weekend? I can't remember now. But the ballasting's been done on this section here. I'm thinking now, maybe this weekend, if I get the chance, to start building the tunnel over there. And then once I get that done, it's going to be a case of doing, because there's going to be sort of scenery to be built here, here, that end there. This is going to be a station area, so there's not going to be much scenery here. Yeah, so that's the sort of, and then lay the tracks. Yeah, well, plenty of work to keep me busy. Ryan says, Chris, it just has a buffer missing. See, now I'm intrigued now to see what Class 37 he's got on there, because I do like a Class 37. Ooh, what, that Lima Class 37? Oh, that does look nice. I have a drawer full of Acura scale sprung buffers for 37s. I cut the Lima shanks off and replaced them. Yeah, I watched Clive's video. Was it last night where he was unboxing something from Acura scale, and you could see it was boxed up really well. It had bubble wrap around it. It had cardboard sleeves, and then it was the actual box, and then the foam insert and everything like that. And he opened it up, and one of the buffers fell off. Now it's not a big deal, you can just glue the buffers back on, but it just shows like how well it was wrapped up, and it still got damaged in transit. Still ain't got a name for the layout. No, I don't have any name for this layout. I don't know what to call it. Like, you see other people's names, go, oh, that's really nice, really good idea. But I don't think I've ever, like, apart from like the obvious Christmas layout or the winter layout and the Modeller's Corners layout, which is the one I built for their window, I've never really given my layouts names because they've never really lasted long enough to be named. There's a link for the channel membership. I say all the money I raise on my channel through memberships, super chats, ad revenue, it goes to help to maintain the layouts in the museum. So I'm always buying stock and everything for them to run on, because we do run the layouts, especially during the summer, might be running 8 hours a day, 7 days a week. And the little locos we have on there, they do wear out after a season, so they have to be replaced. To be honest, that's where the most of the money goes, in building new sections of the layouts and general upkeep of them. The old big D-rings look funny. In my opinion, they belong on G-scale. Mark, you have to give the layout a name. Maybe any suggestions for names, guys? Clive says, a bit of glue and glaze sorted, hopefully. Yes, Raymond, I snipped them off and put screw in any pockets on. Yeah. I saw that last night, Clive. Overprotection there. I guess someone said otherwise and they've gone with extra support. Still think Ballymark a good name. Church Valley Railway. Mark's Railroad. No, I think I should call it Stanley's Railway. Because Stanley was my granddad, and when I used to go to Bristol, when I was little, he took me to Temple Meads and took me for walks along the track. So I think, yeah, Stanley's Railway. How much is membership, Mark? There's 3 levels. I think the first one is like 99 pence, and then £2.99, and I forget what the top level one is. Arnville, time to hit the apple pie and cold double cream. Clive says, yeah, the packaging was very tight. They'd stuck extra packers on the edge and made it too tight. Right. Donegal Parkway. That's a good idea, Mark. Stanley Railway, do like that, yeah. All right, so now, yeah, Stanley's Railway. Ballyroundy. 99, you could do with a 199 tier, Mark. Yeah, I think, like, when I first started, most people started on the 99, that was the first tier, but I see most of the tiers now are 199. Ballina hoop. What's the area, townland, where you live? Well, I suppose the area that I grew up in, was Barnes Moor. I mean, there was a Barnes Holt that was very similar to this station here. It was just a little, practically shed and a platform. So this is going to be called Barnes Holt. Because that's where I grew up. That would have been where the nearest Holt was to me. Stanley Railway, a lovely tribute to your granddad. Yeah. As I say, he used to take me. So I could call it Stanley's Railway. It could be the name of the layout. I'll have Barnes Holt and maybe call this station Donegal Parkway. Stanley Walk. Yeah. Stanley Hills. The park's been around if the new house comes up, it'll not matter us. Yeah. I had a model railway named after my dad and my famous shortbread supplying. Anyone seen the movie The Long Walk? It was really good. Yeah. Well, that little HOE is going around lovely there now. Now I've said it. Oh, excuse me. Stanley Town Parkway. Yeah, that's not bad. I had to subscribe to the channel, a new Irish friend. Thank you very much, William. Stanley Viaduct. YouTube really does not like it when you write HOE. Oh, France 27. Oh, right. Well, that's it. Game over. Every day's a long day, yeah. Oh dear, France have turned up for the second half. Yeah, they got the wind in their sails now. It's a good job it's not a gardening channel talking about garden hose. Oh. Oh, God. I've run out of juice. Yes, after this now, I think I'm going to have a little bit of my chocolate. Maybe watch a bit of YouTube. And I think Saturday will be paying a visit to my local model shop, which you will actually see if anybody hasn't seen the videos on it before, because I think the video I put out is coming out tomorrow. Has got a little trip to the model shop, so you can have a see inside. Yeah, 'cause I'm also going to go and get my hair cut, because I go to a railway museum to get my hair cut. Speaking of YouTube, someone accused me of clickbaiting on the Sunday video just gone. Oh? Let's have a look. Is that on your other channel? Oh no, that's the... Well, 61 years later, I rode the first nationalised train to call at my local station in 61 years. How's that clickbaity? I do love your thumbnail, Simon. Especially that one, this shouldn't bug me. That's a great face, Simon. Oh, hang on. Oh, isn't wife going? Oh, is Andrew off? Take care, Andrew. In the video earlier, Mark, they seem to have more stuff in the shop than our website. Yes, they do. They don't really... The website isn't the main way they sell stuff. It is sort of a window into them. But they have a lot more stuff in the shop than they do have on the website. So the best way to contact them is, I put the link in there for their Facebook page. Message Warren on Facebook. He's usually pretty quick at getting back to you if you're looking for something. Because he stocks Hornby, Bachmann, Woodland Scenics, DCC Concepts, Graham Furnish N-Scale stuff, Gauge Master. Basically, he stocks most of it, so if he hasn't got it there, he can get it in for you, if it's available. Brian from your support is very much appreciated. The train set shop is now in its third year this month, and thank you all from myself and Mr. X. You're very welcome. It's great to support something like that, Brian, where you know what you're getting is genuine good second-hand stuff. Tom says, I'm holding off getting my hair cut until weather improves. Could end up looking like Robinson Crusoe again. Alan Reynolds, Buckland Junction, good evening. How are you doing? Alan's obviously back from the pub. How many pints was it today, Alan? I'm amazed no one said that about my older videos when I didn't have video editing software. Richard Brown, good evening. You're welcome. How are you keeping? The original title was called I Rode the First Nationalised Train in 61 Years. I tweaked it on Tuesday. That doesn't really sound clickbaity to me. Ross enjoying a Japanese donut and jigger ale. Oh. There, it's looking great. Yeah, I've managed to get some work done on it, Richard, so it's coming along. Rusty Tracker RR, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. No pub today, Alan. Oh dear. YouTube is weird about clickbait, yeah. I called it legit bait as it promised what was in the video. I don't think I've ever done any sort of clickbaity titles in my videos. I think it was just some being an idiot. Camcorders 9057, hello. I don't often get a chance to check in when you're live. You're welcome to stream. I'm glad you made it. Hope you're keeping well. You always get one, unfortunately. Yeah, you always get one, and you just go, yeah, whatever. No more than Jeff Marshall or Sam Strange, yeah. Warmer, 13 degrees today. We had a wind chill of minus 31 C last week. Wow. That is a bit chilly. Joburg Junction's in the house. Hi Tony, how you doing? I had one comment saying they couldn't understand what I was saying. I have a speech problem. Oh, sorry, I just told. Where did that go? Oh, you just retracted it, did you, Kieran? I don't let anyone bully you on YouTube. You live your best life and do what you want, and just ignore the haters. I know it's hard to do sometimes, but funny thing is, he gave me this title, First Nationalised Service in the West Midlands, which would have been clickbait as I only rode it in Staffordshire. Care there, idiots, don't let them put off doing what you like doing. Keep being you. Yeah, that's exactly it, John and Holly. Well, I've said this before. Delete, block. That's it. GRFY, good evening. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Rusty Tracker says we are pretty good here in southwestern Ontario. We kind of get used to our winters after all these years. Chris says there, I looked through my crates this week and realised I have 7 National Power livery class 59s. A tad too many, methinks. Nice stuff from iDrive Classic has been getting as well. That last lost 20 stone, so what an achievement. Yes, as Raymond says, some people are just want to complain or nitpick all day because they have issues or no layout. Yeah, whenever I see people moaning and complaining, I just have this picture of them sitting in their mum's basement, eating crap food and just tapping on their computer. It's just like, whatever. My mum says, if you don't have anything nice to say, then don't say anything. Just not bad, been soldering a sudden brainwave ghetto solution to a problem. Huh. Maybe they have issues with their layout. Yeah, as Kieran says, one comment saying they couldn't understand my voice, I have a speech problem, so I privated all the videos of me talking in them, but yeah, ignore the idiot. Yeah. If you have nothing nice to say, it's nice to say nothing. Yeah. Well said, Jerry. Yeah, you have to have a certain amount of thick skin to be on YouTube or to be on social media. You know, like I've said this before, the comment I got on my cooking channel, and they just said to me, if you use less oil, maybe you'd lose some weight. And I just find it really funny, and it just didn't bother me at all. But the great thing is that some people jumped in on that comment and were defending me or saying, don't be saying nasty things like that. But I find it funny. It didn't really bother me. As Trusty says, yeah, let's face it, everything was perfect. They still complain and bitch about something. Yeah. Raymond says, I have issues and no layout, but I'm not to give useful information, advice, or positive comments. Sorry, I had to rewrite that as I wrote it. Yeah, no problem, Kieran. My voice sounds squeaky online. I find it quite funny. Yeah, you don't realize what you sound like, because what you sound like in your head, and then when you actually hear your voice, you're like, ooh, do I sound like that? Well, I'm so used to now, because I'm editing my videos, seeing myself and hearing myself, it doesn't bother me anymore. Brian, I hate the sound of my voice. Brian, I have to say, when you do your lives, your monthly waffles, now you're really good. You've got a really good patter, and you just the whole live stream just flows. I think you're really, really good at it. Ireland 5. Oh, we got a try, did we? I've started on my tank smoke generator element always burning out, so I suddenly thought to replace it with a 15 ohm ceramic resistor. It works like a charm. Oh, very good. Tony says, I find my voice weird when I hear it back, Chris. I laugh at it before anyone else does. There's Rusty Truck's channel. Click the link and subscribe. Hi says, my voice is too dark. And as John O'Hay says, no need to apologise, Kieran. You do a great job. Enjoy what you do. That's the main thing. Like Mark said, delete and block the idiots. Yep. Ireland 7. Oh, we got the conversion. Woohoo! Well, at least it's not a total whitewash. I'm having texture. Simon is planning to be at FedEx in Alton on Saturday and Doncaster on the Sunday this weekend. My voice has the appearance and sound like I have a peg on my nose. I'm Amber's rubbish with both hands. We all find our own voices weird. Yeah. And Jerry says, Kieran, I remember some of your early videos and had no problem understanding you. Joshua, I guess I'll head out for the night. Have a good weekend, everyone. Take care, Joshua. Catch you next week. Oh, it is actually 9:30, so I'm going to call it a day there, guys, because I'm thirsty. My throat's starting to hurt because I haven't wet the whistle for about half an hour. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Say the video will be out at 6 tomorrow, I think it is. Channel members have got it already today. That's on doing the base layer on here and the static grassing on this section here. Should be back next Thursday with the usual live stream at 7:30. If you're new here, hit the subscribe, hit the like button on your way out, please, guys. Thanks for joining me tonight. Do really enjoy these Thursday nights chatting with you guys. So take care, everyone. And I am going to awkwardly stand here and hit the end stream button. So good night, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and hopefully I'll see you in other streams, or I'll see you all next Thursday. Bye.